So yesterday I uploaded my video about art and objectivity versus subjectivity. It kind of got a mixed response, but one person left a comment that I thought was interesting, and they said that they felt science was an art. And that was very interesting, but I don't believe that science is art, because art is supposed to be an expression of self, and sharing that with the world. Whether it's some idea, or feeling, or emotion, or memory, or experience, or anything that you can convey to the world. That is the point of art. You're expressing something, but science, you're not expressing anything about yourself. It's more so a reflection of the objective universe in the way that it works. And this is essentially what I said in the comment. But someone reflected that and replied saying that science is not objective because the universe cannot be objective. Or something of that nature. And that was very interesting to me, because I had to think about that for a second. Because, like, how is that? Is science objective? Because we've made several objective claims in science before that turned out to not be true. And that really got me thinking, but ultimately, to that question, I'd have to answer it with a question of my own, and that is, what does objectivity mean to you? Can the universe be objective? Can anything be objective? The fact is, objective means something works or something functions in a way independent of our minds, our biases. It just is. And there are instances of this being so. For example, if you have 2 coconuts and you put it with 3 more coconuts, you have 5 coconuts. 2 plus 3 is 5. Now, some people might even argue that by saying it depends on what type of numbers you use, and I'm not a mathematician, I don't know about different sets of numbers. And some people might say that that's an arbitrary measurement because that's something we made up numbers. But the fact is 5 represents something that naturally occurs in nature. If you take a coconut and another coconut together, that's what we call 2, and that's an accurate reflection of the universe. And the universe has several objective qualities. For example, if you drop anything on Earth, it will go at a certain acceleration that we call 9.8 meters per second squared. That just happens. It's independent of our bias. There are several variables that control the universe. Things just function a certain way, and that's independent of the way that we think about it. Now, the problem is science. Science can't truly be objective because it's only what we think. And we can be wrong, but the universe doesn't care about what we think. The universe just is. It does whatever it does, and science is our attempt to understand that. Now, I personally don't think that humanity is ever going to have all the answers, because A, there's just too many questions for us to answer, and our species will have probably gone long extinct before we could have found all the answers. B, there are probably things that are beyond our scope or beyond the ability for us to measure and discover. And C, some of them just might not have answers that we're capable of comprehending. Like, how did the Big Bang happen? What happened before that? Is that something that we can even understand? I don't know, and I don't think so. Does that mean that science just sucks and we can't get anything about it? No, I would disagree with that. I think that science is just our attempt to get as close to the truth as we possibly can. And I just have to ask what objectivity means to an individual who says that nothing can be objective. Objectivity means that it's independent of our minds and our perceptions. Does that essentially mean to someone who denies that without the human mind, or any minds at all, the universe essentially doesn't exist? Because without any minds or any functioning organisms, the universe would still be, and it would still do things. Science can't truly be objective because it has our biases intertwined with it, but the universe is objective. It just does what it does, and our subjective perspectives can't do anything to that.